big boxing guy. I know you watch loads of fights. Who impresses you out there now? Who do you kind of watch and think, yeah?
Right now, I like Shakur Stevenson.
It's good, innit?
Very good.
Bruv.
Very impressed by him.
Bro, I feel like this guy could literally go through the weight classes and cause a lot of problems.
When he boxed Jamel Herring, I've watched it 12 times.
Really?
I've watched it 12 times. Like, it's so entertaining as a boxing fan.
He's so good.
I watch that every time and not get bored.
He's so good.
The guy is sick.
He reminds me, I watch that the way I used to watch old Floyd's fights.
Yeah.
I used to think Floyd, when you watch fights now and all the guys that are supposedly really good,
Yeah.
they're getting touched and hit, and I'm thinking, Floyd barely got hit. How
hit.
good was he? Like, did we not appreciate him?
Let me ask you a question.
Go on.
If he was in England, would he get a lot of decisions?
No.
He wouldn't have got no decisions.
People have been saying he's boring.
He's boring.
Like,
He's
the reason
scared.
Floyd was so good, I guess, is because he spoke so much shit outside the ring. Because inside the ring, people are like, he's boring, he's defensive.
He had a low output as well in his later
Very
career.
low output.
But he just made the shots count when he thingy, and he was very
so
defensive.
clean.
And that's what wins in over there. And that's why I say to you, depending where you are, and he's
He
very
might get
smart.
booed over here.
No, he would get booed.
If I'm honest with you, I mean, again,
If you talk to a lot of the older British fans, they hate Floyd Mayweather. I hate him. He's boring.
yeah.
He's scared. He's not entertaining.
I remember when Ricky Hatton was going to fight him. Oh, Ricky's going to do him.
Everyone-
Watch Ricky until he got countered. Ricky's going to do him. I'm telling you, he's going to do him. He didn't quite get it. Okay, Shakur, I think's special. And that division with like Javonte Davis and Devin Haney.
I've liked Javonte as well. He's not looked that special in his last couple of fights. I was there over in his fight. I went over for his fight in November against
it's that Cruz.
Yeah, Cruz. Yeah, I watched that fight. He didn't watch his best that fight.
It doesn't. It's like he now is so reliant on his power, or just sells himself on that his boxing ability is starting to decline a bit. Yeah,
but he always showed signs of getting hit quite often. Even when he was winning against Santa Cruz and that, if you look at all his build up to the knockouts, he was getting hit a lot. Yeah. And this is why I worried about him fighting when they used to talk about him against Lemo or him against Tiafimo. I would worry a little bit because I'd say that with these sort of guys, power, you can't just be affording to take shots. And it showed against, what's that guy, Rowley, the other day. Yeah.
Rowley's not even a great boxer.
He's a terrible boxer,
yeah.
but he just got some power.
Yeah.
And that's what made Tank not look that great, because the guy can actually hit. So now we couldn't afford to get hit with them shots. He was fleeing on his back. This is another thing we're talking about with the commentary and the agendas. They somehow had the copy box numbers, had him like 4 times the punch output of Rowley and had him winning every round.
See, that's just not true.
It's just ridiculous.
It's
like anyone who's got 2 eyes who watched the fight.
That's not true.
Don't even have to count it to know them copy box numbers are completely off, and there's no way he won every single round. Like, he wasn't winning the fight, but the knockout was tremendous. So I do like Javonte, but I remember when I watched him box, what's his name? He come here, Liam Walsh.
Yeah.
He looked tremendous. One of the best fights I watched live.
That's when I felt like he was as good as it gets.
Yeah.
He still living the life.
Yeah.
So he made weight comfortably. He had Floyd next to him.
Yeah.
Boxing ability and power.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what he balloons up to, but it looks like he balloons up quite a lot.
Too much party life.
Too much party life.
Yeah.
Bro. You can just see it in him.
Crawford's another one of my favourite fighters.
Love him.
But he's been one of my favourites for years.
Love him.
I used to like him and I used to like Errol.
Problem, that fight.
But since the car crash, I don't think Errol's been looking as good as he used to.
Yeah, so what we see, we've seen Garcia and Ugas.
Garcia hurt him
and
at the time.
Porter as well.
Porter hurt him bad at the time.
I said everyone would be a tough fight, and Ugas hurt him as well. Ugas nearly had him out of there.
Yeah. So for our last 3 fights, you've been hurt.
Yeah.
People don't look at things of what they are. So you look at Terence Crawford, you look at his build, he's slim built. So automatically you say non-puncher. Yeah. You look at his record, you look at all his latest fights, or whatever weight he's KO'd people for years and years and years.
Yeah, throughout the weights.
Every fight he's been in. If he was built like this, you'd be like, he's going to walk through him.
He's got that kind of Tommy Hearns.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It's a slim it's like even myself when I box, because I'm not like that. Yeah. People don't consider me as one of the biggest punchers. Yet I hurt anyone, I'd get in the ring or knock him out. And it's the same with him. He's slimmer built, like athletic built. He's not classed as a puncher. And I think with Errol being hurt in these last few fights, I think Crawford could get him out.
I think so. I think Crawford's special.
I think he's special.
I think wherever that fight takes place, I'm there.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be incredible.
That's going to be mad.
Bruh. You know when I said black people turned out for you and Bratzy?
They'll be turned out for
that.
Yeah.
And they'll get all the athletes, all the NFL players, NBA players. They all come out. That for me is as big as it gets this year. I know
100%.
Eddie likes to say that GGD Canelo is bigger, and I get it. Financially, it may be, but for me, in terms
Numbers,
of the
in terms
fight,
of the Mexicans and the thingy, but the fight, that's a
I'm
bigger
telling
fight.
you, Errol Spence, Terence Crawford is crazy.
It's a history fight.
It is that, innit? Two unbeaten guys.
Yeah.
2 pound for pounders. One
their
maybe
prime.
number 2, one maybe number 4 or 5.
Yeah.
It's everything.
Where would you rank Crawford in the pound for pound? That's a good question.
2.
2.
Yeah.
Why? Who's number 1 for you?
Usyk.
Usyk, yeah?
Usyk, bruh. As it's that
Why?
guy, yeah. You know what it is, yeah? Even just being around him today, all of his fights, a bit like what you said, where every fight you're going into, you almost like feel like the away fighter.
Yeah.
For him, that's fact.
Yeah.
He fights everyone away from home.
Yeah, he
and
does.
look, maybe because the Ukraine boxing scene isn't that big. A lot of the Ukrainian fighters fight in Germany or in America, but every fight's away from home.
But you don't
and then
feel
he's
like
moving.
you don't feel like Crawford's had that. If you look at his record and his build-up, look where he's fought everyone, and look, he was always the underdog. Every time he wasn't meant to win. Even when he won a world title, Ricky come here. When he won,
Bloody hell, Ricky Burns.
yeah, he beat Ricky
Shit,
Burns.
forgot that. You forgot about that in
Scotland.
That's like 8-9 years ago.
He's been world champion for that long in how
Yeah.
many weights? You know, when he's beating all these guys, when he beat Gamboa was the golden boy at the time. Remember 50 Cent and that walking him out. He was 23-0, 20 knockouts or something like that. He was meant to lose that fight. He beat Gamboa. Gamboa obviously was never the same fighter since then. Postal, all these guys he's been walking through.
Yeah.
He wasn't meant to beat these
And you're
guys.
right, undisputed. You're right. I mean, Julius Ndongo, undisputed fight. But you know what it is with Usyk, and to be fair, it's an extent. That's why
And he
number
makes it
1
look
and number
easy,
2.
and that's the problem.
Crawford
When you make
does
it
as
look,
well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Crawford does make it
Crawford,
easy,
he
okay.
makes it look easy, and when you make great fighters look easy, you then go and get credit because what they do is they dismiss the guy's talents and dismiss everything the guy's done before him.
That's true. That's true.